One of the biggest reasons that drivers don't buy electric vehicles is the cost and the fear that the car's battery is going to die. A startup company out of Shawnee is working across the nation, but also now right here in the metro to address at least one of those challenges.
And all the infrastructure is in place, so it just needed a new piece of equipment, new charger.
This fast charging station outside of Starbucks in Olathe is just one of the handful of Kansas locations Jim Frank's company, High On EV, is taking over from Evergy. The old equipment was installed about a decade ago and recently stopped working because it was too old for today's cell networks.
It's hugely important that we have one public charging, but also that public charging has to work.
That's why Evergy's Nick Voris says there are subsidies for the work that High On is doing, replacing old equipment and now maintaining it so electric vehicle drivers can stay on the road.
Our EV drivers have to have confidence that when they pull into a charging station, that station is going to be operable and it's going to give them the charge that they need.
It's a sign of progress in an electric vehicle industry that's facing some challenges. Electric cars tend to be more expensive to buy, and then Friday, the Treasury Department changed the rules around subsidies for them that could exclude some EVs, making them even more costly for buyers. On top of that, Jim says, there have been a lot of attention around charging stations that are unreliable.
Early sites were bought by a single owner that wasn't really accustomed to managing another piece of equipment they didn't know anything about. So these things are going into disrepair and nobody's paying attention to them.
That's changing as private companies who specialize in keeping these stations working start to take them over. High On's been installing them in Colorado, Massachusetts, Florida, before working in their own backyard in Kansas and soon Missouri. It won't make the cars any cheaper to buy, but Jim says electric vehicles will eventually become more affordable, and when they do, companies like his will keep them moving.
The privatization is the reason it'll get more reliable, because if that thing's not on, I don't make money. So I'm motivated more than anybody else to keep that thing up and running.
Jim says there will always be some sort of need for public charging stations along highways, but also in our parking lots, letting people charge their cars while they go in and run errands. Challenge right now is figuring out how many stations each community needs.